Hey family, how you guys doing? Welcome to Phie.Love Intuitive Conversations. I hope you guys are good. If you like my content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, if there's any negativity, if there's any hate, please keep it on your side of the street, okay? Won't be acknowledged. So, family, in this video, I'm being guided to get into the topic on where is unconscious people pleasing turning you into a willing fool? Yes, where is unconscious people pleasing turning you into a willing fool? And again, it's nothing to feel ashamed or embarrassed over. It is nothing to judge yourself over or on, because I think many of us have been in the position at some point in our lives where we allowed others on the outside of ourselves to turn us into unwilling fools and become people pleasers, for the simple fact that, you know, with the grooming and the programming that is, you know, very much like I talk about in so many of my videos on the lack side and lack perspective and lack mentality. The moment we encounter people that, you know, seem like what we have make us feel and think and seem like what we have to offer and to give is, you know, valuable and something that can make us feel accepted, something that can make us feel a part, we unconsciously fall into the trap of becoming unconscious people pleasers and, yes, unwilling fools. Well, willing fools unconsciously. So where has this trap currently got you? Or even just think about maybe in the past, maybe you've grown out of it, maybe you've woken up from certain issues within your lifetime where you recognized, wait a minute, is this individual or this motherfucker on the outside of me currently taking advantage of me? Is this motherfucker on the outside of me putting a veil over my eyes, making me feel like I mean more to them than what it is that I'm giving to make their life easier or to satisfy some sort of need, lack, or want for control over something or someone in their lives? Another perspective to take it is, am I maybe somebody who gives in to the energy and the energetic requests or people who have a strong energy of dominance, a strong energy of authority, a strong energy of entitlement? Because once again, if you are an empath or somebody who is unconscious about, you know, energetic communication and also just how certain people consciously or unconsciously energetically assert themselves over others to get what they need, what they want, or, you know, to make certain things for themselves easier in their lives that maybe they don't want to take responsibility for. Am I somebody who gives into that energy unknowingly, and then I find myself people pleasing and overexerting myself in areas where really I shouldn't, overexerting myself and giving to people in areas that really are on the responsibility of the person trying to, you know, take resources from me, take energy from me, take time from me? Someone on the outside of me who feels comfortable enough to put their burdens onto me and on my mind space and my time. Where are you allowing yourself to become a willing fool? Where are you being a people pleaser in your life? This can even be in your workplace. You could have superiors who, you know, see you as somebody who, maybe you're someone who's just naturally kind, maybe you're an empath, maybe you just want to be good to people around you, maybe you just want to help, you know, but there are people on the outside of you who who walk around with a different perspective, with a different head on their shoulders, with a different way of perceiving and taking in life, with a different way of using life to their advantage, which can turn people who are more on the softer side, or people who are more on the giving side, or people not even on the giving or softer side, but people who might not feel as worthy as they should, might not feel as accepted by their society as they should, might not recognize the value in themselves as they should, but the others on the outside who are takers, they do see it, they do recognize it. They recognize that someone is unconscious about these things. They recognize that someone might always be open and willing to give and share certain things, resources, or energy about themselves. And they're okay taking advantage of it. They're okay taking and going to bed at night and sleeping completely fine about it, regardless of whether it's been a consistent thing, regardless of whether they've been grateful, regardless of whatever it is. And maybe you're in a space, or maybe being a people pleaser, you find yourself in a space of people taking advantage by making you feel accepted, making you feel wanted, making you feel, or put you under the illusion that they believe you are more valuable than what you believe you are, which then causes you to want to give more, causes you to want to please more. We're human. It's how it works. Where have you allowed people who the system has given, or let me rather say, where assumed ways of life have given certain people, like family members, who were groomed to believe must be respected, and in the actions or in the way of showing that respect means that we give in to every beck and call, and we're supposed to feel not so great about ourselves if we don't give in, if we say no, if we recognize that, fuck this fool, they're actually abusing me, they're actually using me for things that they're completely capable of doing themselves. They're okay, living off of my energy when they've got their own energy to expel on certain things that they want for themselves. Where have you allowed labels in your life that you give to people to allow somebody to be comfortable assuming an authority or entitlement energy over you, yourself, your resources, and your energy? Mosquitoes. Where have you allowed these things that turn you into a people pleaser, that have made you think you are valuable, that have made you think that you will have an image of being more responsible, worthy of being liked and accepted? Where have you allowed people to take that power away from you and to be exploited? Sometimes it doesn't even take somebody using their words to make you feel like they have authority over you, or to make you pick up in your soul and your spirit like they believe they have authority over you. They just need to send that energetic communication over, or literally walk around like they believe it and that they accept that role of being somebody who can express authority over you through their requests, or simply thinking they have authority because of a label they have of mother, father, older brother, sister, aunt, uncle. You can flip it too. Where have you gone into your ego and decided to let a label make you think and feel like you're entitled to somebody and able to speak over someone and have someone feel or expect someone to feel okay giving in to you and your needs and your wants and your idea of authority over them? Something to think about, right? I'm not even going to exclude friends. You can have people who are, with these big personalities, with these loud mouths, who have big insecurities and cover their insecurities up with all their loudness and all their bullying and whatever it is, and just turn the people around them into willing fools unconsciously. Where are people manipulating you and turning you into a people pleaser? Where are your insecurities turning you into a people pleaser? Where is your fear of saying no? Your fear of being okay with somebody being upset and angry with you and turning their back on you because of you saying no? Where is your fear of not wanting or being afraid of not being liked turning you into a people pleaser and causing someone else to take advantage of you? There are many things and many ways that we are exposed to, or that situations we find ourselves in where we turn into people pleasers and allow people to take our kindness for weakness. And the thing is, once we acknowledge it, once we become awake to it, it's no longer the person on the outside anymore. The responsibility immediately falls onto you to make a change. Then you become a conscious people pleaser who is a willing fool. And anybody who makes you feel bad, gets upset, shuns you, or makes you feel like you need to be rejected because you don't give in to what they expect out of you and your energy anymore. Again, like I've said in my other videos, they can fuck off. They can fuck off. Life is grand. Life is big. If you're here watching me today, you must have a lot of days and weeks and nights and years and months ahead of you to meet new people who will not turn you into a people pleaser, who will be more aware and caring about how they engage and use other people around them, who will not feel like they need to walk around with an energy of exerting authority, entitlement, and expectation out of people around them. Where can you use the recognition of where you are, in the trap of being a people pleaser in your life to your advantage and learn? Where can you use your acknowledgement of it to help you grow and to help you make a different decision? If you recognize that a supervisor or a boss has been, taking advantage of you in some way, shape, or form, in ways that also, maybe other people around you can be utilized as well, but you've been made to feel needed, accepted, wanted, and valued for being a people pleaser, that you don't recognize that is actually what is happening. Where has you allowing, you being a people pleaser and allowing others to make you a willing fool made you feel, made you feel accomplished, worthy, and like you're achieving something. Where has being a people pleaser put you into the illusion of thinking that you hold more weight in someone else's life than what you really do? And it's harsh. It's a painful truth to actually awaken to. But as painful as it might be, it can also, in your days ahead after your awakening to that, make your life a lot easier, save you energy, and allow you to, use your energy, your space, and your time, your resources on yourself and maybe others who will value it or dedicate it into other areas that help you grow your life. Whereas you being a people pleaser, hindering someone else from taking responsibility for their own life. Is your ability to take responsibility for your life hindering someone else around you because you're trying to prove a point, because they make you feel like something grand and big, that you're able to take responsibility over your life, and the next person on the outside becomes a damsel in distress, consciously unbeknownst to you? There's a lot to consider around the topic of being a people pleaser, right? And how it affects you. And if you're the person on the other side who is, taking advantage of people and using their people-pleasing traits to your advantage, then maybe you too have something that you need to take a step back and examine within yourself and ask yourself, why am I okay using people like that? Why am I okay not taking responsibility for things on my own? Why am I okay making somebody else on the outside of me a willing fool? Unconsciously. Why am I okay to use the next person to my benefit? Is the reason I have somebody in my life because of their kindness, because they make me feel powerful by giving in to everything that I say and request of them to do or give me? Something to think about, huh? Are those traits within you maybe that you haven't really paid full attention to or recognized, because maybe the other unconscious parts of yourself that you maybe are afraid to look at and acknowledge and engage in are painful? Is it a past? Is it a parent? Is it a sibling, an aunt, and uncle who made you feel at some point in your life like you were so out of control that you needed to grow up and live a life where you actually exert control and taking from others? Were you somebody who was never told no? Being a people pleaser. Were you someone who was always told and made to feel like you were never enough? What you gave was never enough. What you did, how you shared yourself was never good enough? Awaken, recognize why these traits exist within ourselves. Be confident enough to get to the root of it all and try and see if you can, put a higher perspective over it, work it out, and be a better person towards the people around us. Being a people pleaser isn't always, shouldn't always be viewed as somebody who's a victim. A people pleaser is not a victim. Sometimes, yes, they are made victims. Well, yes, people turn people pleasers into victims, but in the same breath, there are deeper issues as to why we are people pleasers and as to why we take advantage of people who are people pleasers. Right? Anyway, family, I hope this has made you think a little, and yeah, I'm gonna pull a card today from the Ascendant Masters deck by Doreen Virtue and see what kind of advice Spirit has for us with regards to this conversation, or just whoever might be watching this video that might need some encouragement or a nudge in a direction, right? Let's see what comes out. One card, please, Spirit. Teacher. And the Ascendant Master is Mahachohan Ragogsi. I've always struggled saying this Ascendant Master's name, but that's what it is. Okay. Let's see what the book has to say. This card is about learning and teaching. You've learned a lot from your experiences and relationships, and now it's time to pass that knowledge along to others. Your current situation is bringing you opportunities for spiritual growth and teaching you some important life lessons. As soon as you understand and accept these lessons, old patterns will drop away and be replaced by wonderful new experiences. Also, if in your environment you see someone who's being taken advantage of and, succumbing to being a people pleaser for whatever reasons we might have spoken about, or something outside of the realm of what we've talked about today, it's okay to, step up and be a teacher and bring someone's attention to it. How are we supposed to acknowledge things and, change our ways, or stop being taken advantage of as well if we're not, awakened to certain things? Sure enough, some people might not be ready to hear it, but maybe somebody was so unconscious about it and, under the illusion and veils that the situation was something different, when maybe you can see it really is, it is what it is. Someone's being taken, there's a dynamic going on between two individuals, or a group of individuals and a person. It's okay to step up and say something and teach someone else as well. Some people might not even realize it because they're under the veils of, this is a certain kind of family member who my dynamic with them is supposed to be this way. This is an employer or my supervisor, and society says the dynamic needs to be this way, so I need to be a pleaser, or I need to be and treat them like I have authority over their lives and what they do, how they give, exert their energy, an array of things. Additional meanings to this card. This person or situation is bringing you important life lessons. Ask yourself, what's the blessing that this situation has brought me? Your life purpose involves teaching. Forgive a teacher from your past. You are urged to teach others. Yeah. Coming out of the people pleaser or authority role or entitlement, whatever it is, whichever side you fall on, coming out of that and recognizing it's a journey in itself. It's spiritual growth in itself, and definitely something that, once you've experienced and worked through and managed to conquer and accomplish and grow out of for yourself, is definitely something that should be taught and used as an example for the others around, because the system programming that we're all exposed to puts us into those dynamics, and depending on how far of an empath, the giver, or your own self-worth and value go, that determines how deep you fall into it. Yeah. Anyway, family, that's it for this video, and I hope it got someone thinking. If you've come this far, please do hit the like button, subscribe, share, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.